Good afternoon. I would now like to call to order our meeting today for the Allegheny County Board of Education, Tuesday, January 10th at 5 o'clock p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This time we will have election of officers, and I'll turn it over to Mr. Blank.
Okay, do I have a motion for president, a nominee for president?
I'd like to nominate Bob Farrell for president.
Do I have a second? Second.
I need a second for nomination.
Just for the
Just
okay.
take nomination.
Are there any other nominations for board president?
No, we can vote on it.
Move to vote. All those in favor of Mr. Farrell as the board president, please signify by raising your hand. Let that read unanimous. Now we have the position of vice chair. Do I have a nomination for vice chair?
I'd like to nominate Crystal Bender for vice president, vice chair.
Any other nominations for vice chair? No other nominations. We'll have a vote. All those in favor? Let that read unanimous.
Okay, read the closed session summaries for executive sessions held December 13th.
The Allegheny County Board of Education met in closed session on December 13th, 2022 at 4 p.m. at central office. The purpose of the closed session was to consult with legal counsel to discuss personnel matters and to engage in administrative function. All 5 board members were present at the meeting. The topics discussed were termination of employee suspension, school bus contract issue, audit report, and parent criminal matter. The authority to close is found under the General Provisions article of the Maryland Code, Section 3305B, 1A, and 7.
Okay, we now move into consent agenda. Do I have a motion?
So moved. To approve.
Second.
Motion by Dr. Bond, second by Crystal Bender. All those in favor? Motion passed. All those in favor, yeah, we passed. Moved into superintendent's report, Mr. Blank.
Thank you, Mr. Farrell. I just have one thing on the superintendent's report, and that's to make the public aware and our employees aware of stakeholder meetings that will be held on the topic of Blueprint. We're getting the information out. The first meeting is on this Thursday, the 12th, at Mountain Ridge. We'll be in the theater at Mountain Ridge at 5 o'clock. And then at Fort Hill on the 17th in their auditorium. I think that's on Tuesday at 5 o'clock. And then at Allegany, Wednesday the 18th at 5 o'clock. And these are meetings for anybody's more than welcome to attend. We'll be reviewing the blueprint with our blueprint coordinator along with our chairs for each pillar to take any questions and input and to educate a little bit for what we know to share with the community staff and anybody who wants to attend. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Hearing of constituents, I do not have a sheet.
There was no one signed up.
No one signed up? Okay. We're going into new business with board budget priorities. Mr. Larry McKenzie.
Good evening. What you all have before you represents the draft outline of the 2024 board budget priorities. These represent kind of the backbone of the budget that will be prepared. These priorities end up helping to guide staff as we put the budget together. So as you can see, the first one is make every effort to modernize current student programs and associated equipment and curriculum needs based upon student interest and enrollment with a focus on current and future Center for Career and Technical Education programs. Provide educational recovery programs throughout the school year and during the summer to include recovery of learning loss and summer food service availability across all grade levels engaged in the summer learning programs. Maintain and enhance student safety and mental health by providing appropriate worker support and specialized programming based upon demonstrated student need and increasing school safety where possible, considering local law enforcement recommendations and the Maryland Center for School Safety Policies and Regulations. Make every effort to provide employees with negotiated benefits, including salary and health insurance benefits, that incorporates changes established by the Blueprint for Maryland's Future and gives raises where possible. Maintain and enhance resources and programs for early childhood development utilizing various funding streams and or reallocation of facilities where possible. Any additions or changes to what's been drafted before you?
Motion to approve the draft fiscal 2024 budget priorities as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Ms. Fraley and a second by Dr. Bond. All those in favor, raise your hand. Motion approved.
Thank you very much.
I need a vote to meet in executive session on February 14th as necessary.
Motion to meet February 14th, 2023 as necessary.
Motion by Ms. Bender, second by Ms. Fraley. All those in favor? Motion carried. Student member of the board.
So last meeting I talked about the improvements that I've been looking into and talking with different nonprofits to improve student mental health. So I've been continuing that and looking into different mind-body classes and such to work to implement that as well. So that's been the big priority. Within all of the schools, I know a lot of programs from like food drives and everything have been big right now. Personally at Mountain Ridge, we've done a lot of food drives for the season, so that's what we've been working on. And we are to meet in the upcoming month with all the student councils from around the area. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Very admirable. Next, we're into board member updates. Do we have any board members that would like to speak on anything that's going on?
I've noted in the past that I serve as part of MABE, the Maryland Association of Boards of Education. I serve on the Maryland Consortium on Coordinated Community Supports, and they meet on a monthly basis, and I serve on two different subcommittees, and I'm the chair of one committee. There will be information coming out over the next month regarding this program, and they've asked that all of the consortium members communicate with their community to be on the lookout for this information coming out. It will be coming from a health department area as well as from the superintendent/school system level. The state superintendent serves on this board as well, or on this consortium as well, and is the chair of one of the subcommittees. So there'll be information coming out, and there'll be RFPs that are done. I believe it's at late February, early March, I believe is when that starts to happen. And what it is to provide funding to create a community support network. So they've been using the terminology of a hub with spokes, and that the hub, they're still formulating where's the best place for the hub to I don't know, come from. Whether it's like the health department or the school system, where's the best place for a hub, and then which spokes need to come off of that. And they found, which is, as we've all said before, it's different in every area, right? That, in Baltimore City, the hub may be different than a hub in Allegheny County. So they are looking at that, and again, they meet on a monthly basis, and I serve on that for May, but I also am able to help represent Western Maryland too, because me and one other individual of the 25, 26 of us that serve on this consortium are from the western part of the state. So if anybody has any questions, you can reach out to me, and also on the Maryland, you can search the web for the consortium on coordinated supports, and you'll find all that information. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Fraley. Anyone else? I would like to welcome our new board member, Ms. Lepley. Thank you very much for running and getting elected and dedicating 4 years to this task, and glad to have you here.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Excited to get started.
Also, we have our new supervisor of IT, another Jeff Blank. I don't know how that's going to work out for us, but I worked with Jeff years ago. Jeff, we're glad to have you back.
Thank you. Remember, Jeffrey S. Blank, S for superintendent, Jeffrey T. Blank, T for technology.
Very good.
Got it.
Exactly how I did it when I was writing it down.
Change my middle name for that.
Great, great. Okay, need a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Dr. Bond, Ms. Lepley?
I second that.
Okay, all those in favor? It carried, and I think I have the record